my people, welcome back to the channel. Very good morning to you guys all out there, wherever you are on the continent of Africa, in Europe, in America, in Canada, Australia, already in Southeast Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, you are highly welcome to my post-match reaction. Yes, after the game, what do you make of Chelsea? Warsaw Chelsea yesterday? For me, dear friend, it ended. We got a 3 points. So far, so good in this conference league. 7 games played, 7 wins. 7 games, 7 wins, clean sheet, dear friend. So for me, it's okay. But there are a few observations I want to talk about. It's my reaction to the game. So just follow me in the next 7 minutes. We'll be out of this place, dear friends. Quickly. You see, the first half of the game last night was a disaster. First half, it was tragic. Oh yes, I don't know what are the adjectives to use for it. First half was a disaster. It was tragic. In fact, to use the word tragic, it's even it's like understatement. First half, oh come on. I understand the terrain that we were. The fans of Legia Warsaw, they were the number 12 person on the field. In fact, thumbs up to them. The fans were on top of the game, supporting their team throughout the 90 minutes. From the very onset to the end, even after the game, Chelsea fans were advised to sit on their seat for another 60 minutes to 1 hour. For Warsaw fans to go away first because they wanted to, beat Chelsea fans up. So the announcement was made all over. All Chelsea fans to remain calm where you are, stay calm, remain in your seat, don't go anywhere, allow the Warriors fans to go first. I hope our traveling fans arrive back in the UK safely. Yes, normally after the game, they all go back. Normally after the game. Even the team, the entire squad, they are back to Cobham, preparing today. Preparation for our next game against Ipswich on Sunday begins today. So first half was a total disaster. But when we said you have a deep squad, a squad that have depth, that you can look on your bench and you can bring in players that can cause a change, is what Chelsea had. When I look at the starting 11 yesterday, what came to my mind, I'm like, my goodness, Maresca wants to mess Chelsea up again. And it's true. It's true. If not that, the kind of players we have on the bench, it would have been another disaster. This is the lineup. We started with Jurgensen in goal post. George Achampo, yes, good start lineup. Tosin, yes. But the Chile, I never expected the performance he put up yesterday. Malo Gusto, James, Dewsbury Hall, George, another one. Tariq George, another one. Dewsbury Hall again started a game. Consecutive in 2 games. He started a game. Then Cole Palmer, Sancho, and Christopher Nkunku. The biggest disappointment in the game was Christopher Nkunku. And I don't want to talk much about it. Because it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart seeing Christopher Nkunku going through what he's going through. It breaks my heart. So I don't want to talk much. To the extent of missing a penalty, my goodness, I try to put myself in this young man's shoes. It breaks my heart seeing Christopher Nkunku throughout the game. He played almost about 70, 80 minutes until he was substituted. And okay, now look at it. It got to a time, I think he played 90 minutes, right? He played full 90 minutes. And it got to a time where this George was made to come to attack, to play in the striking role. And he got his goal in the second half. No. Tariq George, Enzo Maresca made Tariq George to go to the number 9 position to play that role. And Tariq George got the first goal for Chelsea. In the same role that Christopher Nkunku was playing, and he was not making it. My goodness. You see, let me just say it this way. to put George at striker at halftime, and he scored within 4 minutes. And Christopher Nkuku threw at a period, even a penalty, missing out. Listen, I said let me not say much about it. But you see, when it comes to Noni Madueke scoring a brace, right? Yeah, he scored a brace too. That's what happens when you have a winger who go at their men. When you have a winger that can take on the opposition 1v1 and beat them to it, no matter what, that's what happens. Credit to Noni for providing that spark that the team needed at that moment. Big credit to him. He provided a spark that the team needed at that moment. And grabbing 2 goals. Grabbing 2 goals. Improving his numbers a lot this season. That's just it. It is what it is. It ended 3-0. It ended Legia Warsaw 0, Chelsea 3. That is how it ended. My conclusion, Christopher Nkuku, let me not say anything about him again. Tariq George, the future. Tariq George is one of those future players that Chelsea need to hold tight. Sancho stepped up. Sancho really stepped up his game in these few days. You know, the last game against Brentford, I said it. Many people didn't see the work rate of Sancho, but I saw it. And he delivered again. You might, you know, he might not be delivering the way you want it. Especially 1v1. He's not able to get all the 1v1s completely, dribbling completely. But his work rate, remember he started the game from the right side. Yes, he started. Enzo Maresca swapped him to the right side and brought Tariq George to the left from the onset until he moved Tariq George to head the attack to become the striker. Then Sancho now came to his usual position at the left side. Then Noni Madueke came to the right. That was the change that Enzo Maresca made in the second half. So Sancho, for me, he did brilliantly. He did brilliantly in the game. It's difficult to choose my man of the match. It's difficult. George Acheampong, masterclass performance from George Acheampong. Oh yeah, another young guy in the heart of the defense. Josh, yeah, he is Joshua. Josh, not George. You see, yesterday when I was doing my predicted lineup, I made that error. I brought George Acheampong to attacking, and I brought George Tariq to defense. That was an error on my side. You guys should forgive me. The name is Joshua. Josh Acheampong at the center of defense, pairing Badeshile, dear friend. Come on, both Badeshile and Josh Acheampong. Especially, you see, Josh, we are praising him because he's still young, still developing. But the work that Badeshile did yesterday, I think in Chelsea jersey, Badeshile, yesterday was his best performance to my liking. Yesterday was Badeshile's best performance ever in Chelsea setup. Especially when you could see clearly that many of the players were not at the level that we expect them to be. Dear friends, it is what it is. It ended 3-0. What else do I need to say? It is my post-match reaction. That the first half, like I said, was a tragic, but the second half, we brought in Noni Madueke. That brought a spark into the team. And listen, Sancho, despite all the performances that you might think he's not be scoring goals, he provided 2 assists. 2 assists in one game. At least he also increased his numbers. He's an assist master. Sancho provided an assist. Oh yes. And let me say, we cannot use this performance to judge the entire squad, because it is expected that Chelsea will win these games. Now, look at this picture on your screen, just for some laughter, you know, for you to smile. You see that the picture on your screen? All the teams there. All the teams you can see right there. From, yeah, All the teams you can see right there, you should name them by yourself. The giant among all the teams there is Chelsea. You see how huge Chelsea is over there. He's the giant. Apart from Real Betis, I don't see any other club competing. Even Real Betis is still below, you know. I saw this picture somewhere. I said, well, this is just funny. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let me not say much again, but let me conclude by saying that in May, yes, this is to my Ghanaian fans and Nigerian fans and Jamaican fans, Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago. Yesterday, I received a comment from Panama. One of our fans, our viewers from Panama. Thank you so much. Let me continue to hear from you guys all around the globe. Yes, Panama, all the way in Panama. Comments coming from Panama. I appreciate your comments all the way from Panama. Keep it coming. Let me know your location and where you've been watching us from. Well, my Ghanaian, Nigerian, Jamaican, and Trinidad and Tobago fans, there is going to be a battle between these four nations in London, in the United Kingdom. Yes, just after the international, just within the summer, before the club will start taking their player for Club World Cup and how do you call it? Pre-season. Ghana, Jamaica, Nigeria, Trinidad and Tobago, they are playing a four-nation tournament. Four-nation tournament in G-Tech Stadium, Brentford, West London, in May 2025. G-Tech Stadium, Four Nations tournament at G-Tech Stadium, Brentford. That's Brentford. We played our game Chelsea's last game, right? Yeah, Brentford. We are playing Four Nations tournament there in Brentford in May. This is a Four Nations tournament. Ghana, Nigeria again. I can't wait to. I can't wait again. Oh. I cannot wait. Oh. It's going to be brutal. Anyway, that's just by the way. Chelsea fans, I'll be back with more exclusives, more analysis on the game. See you guys all when you see me in the next one. Shalom and peace.